Hey guys, welcome back to part 2 of our North India tour. In this video, we're going to be visiting Jaipur, Agra and Fatehpur Sikri. We went on a package tour for 2 days and 1 night. So on the morning of the 28th of November, we went to Karol Bagh and boarded the tour bus and began our journey. Before we begin, don't forget to like, share and subscribe. This building that you see here is the old Rajasthan State Assembly. It is also known as Savai Man Singh Town Hall. It was the Rajasthan State Assembly for more than 50 years until the State Assembly shifted to the new building. This is the icon of Jaipur, the Hawa Mahal. It consists of 953 small windows known as jharokas. It is built on a 9-inch foundation. This palace was built so that royal ladies could observe public life and festivals without breaking the traditions of Parda, which were quite stringent at the time in Jaipur. This palace was built by Savai Pratap Singh, the grandson of Savai Jai Singh, who was the founder of Jaipur. This palace is made of pink and red sandstone. Savai Pratap Singh was a great devotee of Lord Krishna. This is why he designed the Hawa Mahal to look like the crown of Lord Krishna. The jharokas in the palace caused a scientific phenomenon called the Venturi effect. And this Venturi effect kept the palace cool during the very high summer temperatures in Jaipur. We then entered the Jantar Mantar. There are actually 5 Jantar Mantars across North India, situated in Delhi, Ujjain, Mathura and Varanasi. But it is the one in Jaipur that is largest and best known. All 5 Jantar Mantars were commissioned by the same ruler, Savai Jai Singh II, popularly known as Savai Jai Singh. And if you remember, he was also the founder of Jaipur. He became the ruler of Amer at the age of 11. It was after he became the ruler of Amer that he founded the city of Jaipur. Savai Jai Singh had a keen interest in astronomy and mathematics, which is why he built the Jantar Mantar. These are the instruments in the Jantar Mantar, which I'll explain in detail. The precision of these instruments is simply mind-blowing. Before we get into it, you need to understand 2 things. First, Indian Standard Time is calculated based on the position of Kolkata. And second, Jaipur's time is different from Indian Standard Time. This difference varies based on the month and day. For example, around December 30th, the difference between IST and Jaipur time is 29 minutes and 44 seconds. Around November 25th, the time difference changes to 13 minutes and 44 seconds. And these instruments prove this time difference. Savai was a title that was given to Jaipur's Maharajas by the superiors, which were usually the Mughals. This is the small Samrat Yantra. Like most instruments in Jaipur, it is used to calculate Jaipur time. The instrument consists of a graduated hypotenuse and a quadrant on either side, which is inclined by 27 degrees. The shadow of the hypotenuse here falls on the markings of these quadrants, and that is what tells the time. From this picture here, we can find out the time at which we visited the Jantar Mantar. This big marking here denotes an hour, and on each marking the hour would be written. In this case, the hour was 11 o'clock. Each of these portions denotes 15 minutes. 4 of these portions make 1 hour because 15 into 4 equals 60. So you can see there are 2 portions here, which means it is more than 11:30. Now you can see this even smaller 5-minute portions. If you count that, we know it is somewhere between 11:35 and 11:40. Now we just have to count these small markings here, which denote 1 minute. And now we know that I clicked this picture at exactly 11:38 am. Now since we visited Jaipur on November 28th, we will have to add 13 minutes to match with the Indian Standard Time because of the differences between Jaipur and Kolkata time. And when we checked our phones, indeed, it was showing 11:38 plus 13, which equals 11:51 am. The quadrant on the other side is used to calculate time when the shadow falls on the other side after 12 noon. This instrument is the Jai Prakash Yantra, invented by Savai Jai Singh himself. There are 2 of these instruments built next to each other to adjust for the position of the sun. These instruments consist of marble bowls of 5.5 meters diameter cut along meridian and equator. There is a metal ring suspended in the center, and we can decipher the current zodiac sign based on the shadow cast by the metal ring. If the shadow falls in the gaps between these slabs, then you must switch over to the other instrument to see where the shadow is cast. This is an ecliptic instrument, abandoned by Jai Singh and his architects because they decided it would be too big a metal device to make for this instrument, and so they abandoned the instrument. This is the Digamsha Yantra, used to check the azimuth of the sun and the meridian of Jaipur. We then entered the city palace, which was adjacent to the Jantar Mantar. This palace was established at the same time as Jaipur itself. Until 1949, the city palace was the ceremonial as well as the administrative seat of the Maharaja of Jaipur, until the last Maharaja, Man Singh II, acceded to the Indian Union in 1949, became the governor of Rajasthan for a time, and was then appointed as India's ambassador to Spain. But the city palace, also known as Jantar Mahal, continued to be the residence of the royal family of Jaipur. The city palace is not under the Archaeological Survey of India. Rather, it is guarded and its revenue is taken by the royal family. You would see this flag a lot in both Jaipur and Amer. This is the Pacharanga flag, which was used to denote the princely state of Jaipur, but is now used to denote the Kachwaha Rajput clan. These silver urns hold the world record for being the largest silver artifacts in the world. But why were they made? When Maharaja Madho Singh was invited to King Edward VII's coronation ceremony as King of England, Madho Singh faced a religious dilemma. Because Orthodox Hindu religion believed that a person would lose their identity if they travelled across oceans. But not wanting to break his cordial relations with the British, Madho Singh made a few compromises, one of which was to drink nothing but Ganga Jal during his 3 months away from India. And it was to carry this Ganga water that the creation of these gigantic silver urns were ordered. We can also take photos with the palace guards at the cost of 10 to 20 rupees. Savai Madho Singh I was 7 feet tall and weighed 250 kilograms. He is even said to have eaten 2 kilograms of sweets every day. You would also be surprised to see Madho Singh's pyjamas and throne. They look way too big to be real. But unfortunately, photography and videography was prohibited inside the museum. On the way to Amer Fort, we stopped at Jaipur Hut, where a handmade textile designer showed us how handmade dyeing of textiles is done. This is the Jaipur Hut is the ideal stop for Jaipuri handloom clothes, precious and semi-precious stones, as well as Kolhapuri sandals and Jaipuri mojris. We also passed by Jal Mahal, which we couldn't enter because it was in court custody. We reached Amer Fort at 4:30 p.m. Since we were going by tour bus, the travel agency organized 4 jeeps to take us from the foothills to the top of the hill, where the fort was situated. The jeep drivers gave us 45 minutes to explore the fort and come back. Amer and Amer Fort were founded by Maharaja Alan Singh of the Chanda dynasty and was expanded by Savai Man Singh and Savai Jai Singh. This is the Zenana courtyard. And this is the Diwan-e-Aam, or the Hall of Public Audience. This is the Ganesh Gate. We then climbed a series of stairs with short ceilings to reach this viewing point. We climbed back down and entered the Sheesh Mahal, or the Glass Palace, built by Savai Man Singh in 1727. This is the main attraction of Amer Fort. The Sheesh Mahal is a mix of Islamic and Rajput style of architecture. In 18th century Jaipur, queens were not allowed to sleep in the open. But since Man Singh's queens wanted to see the stars while they slept, Man Singh built the Sheesh Mahal. The design is so intricate that if 2 candles were lit, all the mirrors in the ceiling would shine like stars. Unfortunately, due to some mirror breaking incidents, the entry inside the Sheesh Mahal was closed. There were paintings on the mirrors too. It is important to visit Amer Fort with a tour guide, otherwise we may get lost in the vast tunnel network of Amer Fort. You might think that this was some sort of large cooking vessel made by Jaipur's kings, but you're surely mistaken. This is actually a vessel made for the shoot of Jodha Akbar and was then dumped here. Here are some more pictures of Amer Fort. Our next destination was Birla Mandir, a temple made completely out of marble. On the way there, we once again saw the Jal Mahal, this time beautifully lit up in the night. After the Birla Mandir, we called it a day and we stayed at Red Fox Hotel in Jaipur and prepared for the next day. This is Fatehpur Sikri, which was once the Mughal capital. It consists of several structures within a large area. This is the Diwan-e-Khas from the outside, or the Hall of Private Audience. And this is the interior of the Diwan-e-Khas. This pillar supports a large central circular platform around which Akbar and his ministers would discuss on various issues. This is the Diwan-e-Aam, or the Hall of Public Audience. Akbar had several wives. This is the kitchen of Mariam-uz-Zamani, popularly known as Jodhabai. This is Akbar's harem complex. This is the Jodhabai Mahal, a residential complex built for Jodhabai. At the entrance of the Jodhabai Mahal, there used to be a tulsi plant when Fatehpur Sikri was constructed. Now, of course, it is replaced by another plant. This bench was where Akbar and his queens would sit and watch human chess. It was basically chess that was played with humans. This is Akbar's bedroom.
So, ladders they are set up here. Okay, then king and queen can go there.
And this is the Buland Darwaza, entrance to one of India's largest mosques. the Jama Masjid of Fatehpur Sikri. It was built in honor of the Sufi saint Sheikh Salim Chishti, who had blessed Akbar with a male heir. Our next stop was the magnificent Taj Mahal. After walking for a bit, we entered one of the 7 wonders of the world. The Taj Mahal is one of the 7 wonders of the world, which stands majestically on the banks of the river Yamuna. It was commissioned by Shah Jahan to house the tomb of his favorite wife, Mumtaz Mahal, who died while giving birth to their 14th child. The tomb of Shah Jahan and Mumtaz Mahal are rested side by side inside the mausoleum. The 4 minarets outside the mausoleum are angled outwards so that in case of an earthquake, those minarets would fall outwards rather than on the mausoleum. We also saw the supposed site of the Black Taj. This is the Agra Fort with its 2.5-kilometer long walls. It was built by 3 emperors, Emperor Akbar, Jahangir and Shah Jahan. All the marble structures inside the Agra Fort were made by Shah Jahan. This is Jahangir House, which is said to be Jahangir's bathtub. Here are the other pics from Agra Fort. After Agra Fort, we went to Mathura, which is famous for being the birthplace of Sri Krishna in Hindu mythology. But we were not able to take the camera due to the extremely tight security restrictions due to legal disputes there. This was where our 2-day package tour ended. We returned back to Delhi and we prepared for yet another travel experience, this time to Amritsar, Punjab. But that's for the next video. Thanks for watching and stay tuned for the next travel episode. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe, and I'll see you next time.